Thank you for listening to a nighttime adventure bedtime story from nighttimeadventures.com. Visit our website to view hundreds of exciting bedtime stories for children of all ages.
The Nighttime Adventures of Max and Molly, the Time Machine. Every night, just as the first stars appeared in the sky, Max and Molly would close their eyes and embark on a thrilling adventure. Their dreams would take them to places far and wide, where they would explore enchanted forests, sail across vast oceans, and solve mysteries that no one else could. These magical dreams brought them closer together as friends and fueled their vivid imaginations. On this particular night, Max and Molly found themselves in a vast, open workshop filled with an assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and contraptions. In the center of the room stood a large chalkboard with a detailed blueprint of a peculiar-looking machine. The blueprint revealed the design of a time machine, a wondrous invention that could transport them to any moment in history. Intrigued by the thought of exploring the past, Max and Molly eagerly set to work building the time machine. Piece by piece, Max and Molly worked tirelessly, connecting wires, tightening bolts, and carefully assembling the various components. Before they knew it, the time machine had taken shape, resembling a gleaming metal capsule with an array of blinking lights and dials. With a final twist of a screwdriver, the machine hummed to life, and the friends exchanged excited glances. "Where should we go first?" Molly asked, her eyes wide with anticipation. "Let's visit ancient Egypt and see the pyramids being built," Max suggested, his voice filled with excitement. Molly nodded in agreement, and they climbed into the time machine, fastening their seatbelts. Max set the dials to their desired destination and pulled a lever. The capsule shook and rattled, and then, with a flash of light, they found themselves in a vast desert under the scorching sun. As they stepped out of the time machine, Max and Molly marveled at the sight before them. The pyramids rose majestically from the desert sands, their limestone blocks gleaming in the sunlight. Workers toiled under the watchful eyes of their supervisors, expertly positioning the massive stones. Max and Molly wandered among the workers, admiring their skill and determination as they constructed these wonders of the ancient world. Their next stop was the age of knights and castles. Max and Molly set the dials once more and were soon transported to medieval Europe. They found themselves in the courtyard of a magnificent castle, where knights clad in shining armor prepared for a grand tournament. Max and Molly were awestruck as they watched the knights jousting and demonstrating their sword-fighting skills. They even had the chance to try on some armor themselves, giggling as they clanked around the courtyard. Filled with excitement, they ventured further back in time to the age of dinosaurs. The time machine carried them to a lush, green landscape teeming with prehistoric creatures. Max and Molly marveled at the towering Brachiosaurus and the swift velociraptors. They tiptoed carefully through the undergrowth, watching in awe as a mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex stalked its prey. The sight of these ancient gigantic creatures sent shivers down their spines. After exploring the age of dinosaurs, Max and Molly decided to visit the Renaissance, a time of great art, music, and learning. They set the dials once more and found themselves in a bustling Italian city, where artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo were creating masterpieces that would be admired for centuries to come. Max and Molly walked through galleries, their eyes widening at the sight of the beautiful paintings and sculptures. They even had the chance to try their hand at painting, though their works of art couldn't quite compare to the masterpieces surrounding them. For their final stop, Max and Molly decided to witness the first moon landing. They adjusted the dials and pulled the lever, eagerly anticipating their next adventure. The time machine transported them to the year 1969, and they found themselves in a high-tech control room filled with scientists and engineers. The air was thick with excitement as everyone gathered around a large screen, waiting for the historic moment to unfold. Max and Molly joined the crowd, watching intently as the grainy footage showed the lunar module descending onto the moon's surface. They held their breath as Neil Armstrong took his first steps on the moon, uttering the famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Max and Molly were overjoyed to witness such a monumental moment in human history, knowing that they would never forget the experience. As they climbed back into the time machine, Max and Molly felt a sense of awe and gratitude for the incredible journey they had just taken. They had explored the wonders of the ancient world, experienced the excitement of the medieval ages, marveled at the beauty of the Renaissance, and witnessed the triumphs of human ingenuity in the space age. Their adventure had given them a newfound appreciation for the richness of history and the endless possibilities of the future. After their visit to the Renaissance, Max and Molly decided to explore the Wild West, a time of cowboys, outlaws, and frontier life. They set the dials of the time machine and, within moments, found themselves in a dusty western town, complete with a saloon, general store, and a sheriff's office. The sounds of horses and laughter filled the air as they walked down the main street, taking in the sights and sounds of this rugged time in American history. Max and Molly decided to try their hand at horseback riding, and with the help of a friendly cowboy, they quickly learned how to saddle up and ride. They galloped through the countryside, their hearts racing with excitement as they imagined themselves as fearless cowboys and cowgirls, bravely exploring the untamed frontier. When they returned to town, they even had the chance to watch a thrilling showdown between the town sheriff and a notorious outlaw, gasping as the sheriff skillfully apprehended the criminal. Next, Max and Molly traveled to the gold rush era in the mid-1800s. They arrived at a bustling mining camp, where people from all walks of life had gathered in search of fortune and a better life. The friends watched as miners panned for gold in the river and dug into the earth, hopeful that they would strike it rich. Max and Molly decided to try their luck at gold panning, and with the help of a grizzled prospector, they learned the art of sifting through the river's sediment in search of the elusive gold flakes. To their delight, they found a few small gold nuggets, their eyes widening in excitement as they imagined the wealth and opportunities that such a discovery would have brought during the gold rush. They listened intently as the prospector told stories of the hardships, perseverance, and dreams of the miners who had come to seek their fortunes, and they couldn't help but feel inspired by the determination and spirit of these brave individuals. After their visit to the gold rush, Max and Molly decided to explore the time of the Industrial Revolution. They set the dials of the time machine and found themselves in the heart of a bustling city, where factories lined the streets, and the air was filled with the sounds of machinery and progress. They marveled at the incredible innovations of the era, from steam engines to the first electric light bulbs. Max and Molly toured a textile factory, watching as workers expertly operated the spinning machines and looms, producing vast quantities of fabric to meet the ever-growing demand. They were amazed at the speed and efficiency of the work, though they couldn't help but notice the difficult conditions faced by the workers. Their visit to the Industrial Revolution provided a valuable lesson in the importance of balancing progress with the well-being of those who make it possible. With the visits to the Wild West, the Gold Rush, and the Industrial Revolution, Max and Molly gained an even deeper appreciation for the rich tapestry of history and the resilience of the human spirit. As they continued their journey through time, they carried with them the memories and lessons of each era, fueling their curiosity and passion for exploration. With their hearts full of memories and their minds buzzing with new ideas, Max and Molly could feel their dream adventure drawing to a close. They set the time machine to return to their own time and, with a flash of light, found themselves back in their cozy beds. As the first rays of morning sunlight streamed through their windows, they awoke with smiles on their faces, cherishing the incredible journey they had shared.